Today I want to start by looking at your elements of art. I know you have this paper in the back of your folders. You don't need to take it out. You can just look at mine with me. The elements of art, I'd like to think of them as like the ingredients to a recipe that make the meal or the dessert taste good. Like if you think about chocolate chip cookies, you need the eggs, you need the butter, you need the flour, you need the chocolate chips for it all to work and taste right. In art, you need all of your elements of art for your artwork to kind of look and feel right. Now, today I want to focus on this first one here, line. So we're going to be doing a drawing focusing on just line. I'm going to show you a video first, and then I'm going to talk to you about what we're going to do for your project today. So after watching the video, you might get an idea of what we're going to do. We are going to take lines and very simply make a landscape, a line landscape, or a line seascape, this one I've colored all the way, or a line cityscape. Now, as you probably could guess, a landscape is a painting or a drawing of the land. Here I have mountains, and then I have probably some sort of a field here with a pond or river down below. A seascape obviously would be something of the sea or the ocean. And then, as you probably could guess, a cityscape has buildings and cities and roads, and probably you could add in some cars here. It's up to you which one you want to do, but I do want to look at them and point out the simple lines that I used to create an entire scape. The straight line, broken line, waving line, zigzag line. Now, I have a swirling line to show wind, scallop lines in the water, waving lines. It is up to you. You could do kind of like a mixture too if you want to do land and seascape. That's fine. I kind of have some of that going on here with the swirls down below and the zigzags for the mountaintops. Now, just to quickly show you how I did it, I'll go ahead and, why don't I do the cityscape? Now, go ahead and take out from your folder a blank piece of white paper. Now, typically, a landscape is held the long way, the horizontal way. So when you're drawing like a picture of someone, a portrait, you usually hold your paper vertically. When you're drawing a landscape or cityscape, you usually hold it horizontally. Not always, but most of the time. Now, hold your white paper horizontally. I'm going to draw with a black marker. Feel free, and I think you should, draw with a pencil first. You can always trace over your pencil after with marker. Now, I'm going to start with that castle line, I kind of call it, where it has, looks like boxes. It goes straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up. Now, maybe you want your buildings to be different sizes. You can change the height of some of these and the width of them if you want to get a little bit more fancy with your buildings. Now underneath, I kind of want to make like a sidewalk. So I'm going to do a straight line all the way. Notice I'm starting in the beginning and going all the way to the other side of my paper for each line I draw. And then I can go ahead and do another straight line and do that broken line down the middle to make it look like a road. And I would love to see you adding bridges or details or anything you can think of. And like here would be a great place for a bridge over some water. I'm going to do a scallop line all the way across. And if you want to just do a few loose ones in the middle, you could. And if you wanted, like I did, to add some grass down below, you could do a zigzag line. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Now, like I said, you could do a cityscape, landscape, seascape. You could even do an underwater seascape where I have a wavy line, a straight line for the floor, and then I got more creative with my lines, kind of like a fancy line, a spiral line for the shell, zigzag line, looping line. Be creative. Take some time to work on just the drawing. And then we'll go ahead at the end and you can use markers or crayons to color it in.